The RMS speed, the RMS is the square root of the average squared speed, and the average squared speed is useful because it can be used to find the kinetic energy of gases that are moving in one of two ways. Keep in mind that the kinetic energy is 1/2 mv squared average, or it could also be given by 3/2 kT if we know the temperature instead. So it's useful sometimes to find what the squared average of the speeds are. So let's start by finding v squared average, which means since we have 5 speeds, we have 500 meters per second quantity squared plus 600 meters per second quantity squared plus 700 meters per second quantity squared plus 800 meters per second quantity squared plus last one of 900 meters per second quantity squared, all over 5. So normal way of finding averages, and that gives us 5.1 times 10 to the 5th meters squared per second squared, which means that VRMS is the square root of 5.1 times 10 to the 5 meters squared per second squared, or about 714 meters per second. Now the actual average of these speeds, V average, which is sometimes written as V bar, equals 500 meters per second plus 600 meters per second plus 700 meters per second plus 800 meters per second plus 900 meters per second, all over 5, which is 700 meters per second. And you notice that in general the RMS and the average speeds are not the same. So we just need to know what is used and what is needed in order to find whether we need the average or the root mean square average.